Welcome to On Air with 912 Sports, your number one source for high school sports. Tonight, 912 Sports is proud to present the 2025 Football Awards Show. First up, we'll announce the 2025 postseason All-912 football team for both offense and defense. We'll also celebrate the Offensive and Defensive Player of the Year, chosen by coaches from 23 schools in the 912. Finally, we reveal our Big Six award winners: the Special Teams Player of the Year, the Scholar Athlete of the Year, the Player of the Year on offense, the Player of the Year on defense, the Coach of the Year, and the Most Valuable Player for 2025. Coming up, we'll hear from the General Manager of 912 Sports, Shawn Smoak, along with Kevin Price, right after this quick break. This special 912 Sports presentation is brought to you by Prime South Bank. Find your prime. Robbie Robertson Ford, because Fords are cheaper in the swamp. Gibson Animal Clinic, practical solutions with reasonable fees. Coastal Pines Technical College, go Coastal. Walker Jones Dealers, South Georgia's automotive superstore. And Kim Smoak, licensed realtor with eXp Realty.
It makes sense Prime South Bank would have a great mobile app. Nobody is as mobile as our customers. For a century, they've chased dreams, followed their hearts, took the road less taken, made a new path, taken leaps of faith. At Prime South, offering the latest digital banking, secure pay apps, and new online lending is part of a mobile tradition that goes way back. Life is mobile. So is Prime South. Find your Prime. Member FDIC.
Welcome, sports fans, to the 912 Sports 2025 Football Awards Show. I'm Shawn Smoak, GM of 912 Sports, joined here by head writer and podcast host Kevin Price. Kevin, how are we doing this evening?
Good, Shawn. Good to be here. Always an exciting time for us here at 912 Sports as we wrap up the high school football season here in Southeast Georgia.
Tonight is our 6th annual online, but Kevin, this is our 16th year presenting these annual football awards. 912 coverage area had only one team make it to the semifinals this year. That was the Clinch County Panthers. They lost to the three-time defending state champs Bowden, but a great season for the Panthers making it that deep.
Yeah, we always have good teams making it deep, and like you said, we've had some state champions here in the recent past, but another great run by Clinch representing the 912. And, of course, a great season. We talked about them all year. So we playing great complimentary football. Not surprising at all that they made it that far. And it took a heck of a team to knock them out.
Yeah, a real buzzsaw. But tonight we're going to announce the All-912 Sports football team, the postseason edition. We're also going to honor our offensive and defensive player of each team from the 23 schools that we cover here in the 912 area. And then finally, we're going to present our Big Six awards right here from all around the 912 area.
Yeah, a lot's going to happen tonight. A lot of awards going to be given out, a lot of hardware, so to speak. Good resume items for the coaches and the kids, and hopefully we will see those things out there as these kids move forward. But you'll see that we have some great teams, some great individual performances once again right here in Southeast Georgia as we wrap up another great season.
Exactly. And some tough decisions had to be made, Kevin. Maybe not everybody's going to think they're right, but we feel pretty good about our choices. Of course, none of this would be possible without our valued sponsors. We'd like to thank Coastal Pines Technical College, Gibson Animal Clinic, Prime South Bank, Robbie Robertson Ford, Kim Smoak, licensed realtor with eXp Realty, and Walker Jones. We appreciate all these guys. Kevin, these guys pour back into the community, the youth around our area, and we're proud to partner with these guys, each and every one of these businesses, and you should do the same. You should patronize all of these businesses because they do a great job of helping promote the youth of 912 for sure. But to stick around, we've got a great show planned for you. You're watching the 2025 Football Awards Show presented by 912 Sports.
Play it loud and rev it up. Robbie Robertson's got trucks built for tough.
Make your way to Robbie Robertson Ford in Waycross, where the deals are bigger than ever. Looking for a stylish midsize car, a spacious SUV, or a truck that performs at work and play? Robbie Robertson wants your vehicle and is paying top dollar. Now is the time to buy. Fords are cheaper in the swamp.
Welcome back, sports fans. It's my honor to give you the defensive players on our All 912 Sports team postseason. So we're going to jump right in with the defensive line. Our first winner is Xavier Spells of the Statesboro Blue Devils. Xavier was a force on the defensive line for the Statesboro Blue Devils. He had 61 tackles on the season, 15 tackles for loss, 6 sacks, and 10 quarterback hurries, 2 pass breakups, 3 block kicks, 2 punts, and 1 field goal. And, of course, he was named first team All-Region for Region 1-5A. Great season there for Xavier Spells. Also on the defensive line, Javante Cummings of the McIntosh County Academy Buccaneers. Next up, we'll talk about Walker Hudson, a senior from the Ware County Gators. Walker Hudson was named the Defensive Lineman of the Year in Region 1-4A in his senior season. Despite only playing 8 games, Hudson recorded 51 tackles, 17 tackles for loss, 9 sacks, 10 hurries, and 1 forced fumble. Great season, Walker. Congratulations. Next on the defensive line is Theron Moore. He's a senior from the Bacon County Red Raiders. Now let's jump into the linebackers. First linebacker up, Xavier Brown, senior from the Camden County Wildcats. Next up, Tyrese Alexis, senior from the Liberty County Panthers. And now let's talk about another senior linebacker, Latrell Sellers, senior from the Jeff Davis Yellow Jackets. Latrell signed his letter of intent to play college football for the University of Charlotte 49ers. Sellers had 72 tackles with 12 tackles for loss, 2 sacks, 1 pass breakup, and 3 forced fumbles. Congratulations, Latrell, on a great season. Our last linebacker is Cooper Reese, Jr. from the Glen Academy Red Terrors. Now let's talk about our defensive backs. First up, Nigel Brown, senior from the Pierce County Bears. Next up at defensive back, Tyree Chisholm, senior, Glen Academy Red Terrors. Great season there from Tyree. Another great defensive back, Fred Causey, senior, Clinch County Panthers. And last on the defensive team is a punter, Patrick Cole, senior for the Glen Academy Red Terrors. Patrick handled both punting and kicking duties for the Red Terrors. On kickoffs, he had an amazing touchback rate of 98%. And while flipping the field as a punter, he averaged 43.6 yards per punt. In addition, he was named Region 1 5A Special Teams Player of the Year. Now, Kevin will be up next with the offensive team, so stick around. We've got more right here on the 2025 912 Sports Football Award Show right after these messages.
High schoolers, did you know that you can get a head start on your college career and save money at the same time through dual enrollment at Coastal Pines Technical College? Dual enrollment is open to high school juniors and seniors, tuition free. Talk to your high school counselor or visit coastalpines.edu for more information. Coastal Pines Technical College, an equal opportunity institution. Go Coastal.
Gibson Animal Clinic is ready to help with your animals. From cats to dogs to horses, we treat them all. Call on us for grooming, bathing, boarding, and more serious things like surgery, dentistry, spay, neuter, immunizations, heartworm prevention, flea control, complete lab testing, radiology, preventive health care. Call us at 285-7678. Open Saturdays for your convenience. Gibson Animal Clinic. Practical solutions with reasonable fees. Russell J. Gibson, DVM.
Gibson Animal Clinic, 108 Riverside Drive, Across.
Hablamos español en nuestra clínica.
Welcome back. It is now my pleasure to announce our offense for our 2025 All 912 Sports postseason football team. I'll start with our quarterback. That is Grant Moore, a senior from the Brunswick High School Pirates. Our running backs, Jaden Knight, a junior from Appling County. Also at running back, Javion Williams, also a junior from the Pierce County Bears. Before I go to our wide receivers, I would like to spotlight Javion. Of course, he was a standout running back for the Bears from Pierce County. He rushed for 1,905 yards this season. He also scored 30 touchdowns. He was voted the Offensive Player of the Year in his region, which is Region 3 AA. Now our wide receivers. Santiago Bazell, senior from the Bacon County Red Raiders. And also Jamario Rice, another senior from the Ware County Gators. At this time, I would like to spotlight Jamario. Again, a senior pass catcher for the Gators, finished with 1,005 receiving yards and 1,164 all-purpose yards. He scored 12 touchdowns as well on the season. At the end of the year, he was named Offensive Player of the Year in Region 1 4A. Now our tight end, a senior from the Brunswick High School Pirates, Hezzy Kent. Moving to the offensive line, we'll start with a couple of seniors. First, senior from the Ware County Gators, Landon Smallwood. Also, another senior from the Glen Academy Red Terrors, Josh Baker. Rounding out our offensive line, another senior from the Coffee High Trojans, Jadarius Hall. And then also we would like to spotlight Jadarius Hall. He was a 2-year starter for Coffee. He graded out in the upper 80s for the season as a whole. That's 80%. He compiled 16 pancake blocks, 24 knockdowns, and 52 perfect pass protections. This season he was voted All-Region. Another senior from the Effingham Rebels, Tomafe Quarterman. And rounding out the offensive front, our last senior from the Clinch County Panthers, Talijah Lee. During the year, Talijah graded out at 85% or better for every game. And of course, the Panthers did reach the Class A semifinals. He also scored a touchdown for the Panthers on a pass play. That was in a game during the regular season against Irwin County. He also played on the defensive line, was voted first team All-Region, and a side note, he serves on the Georgia High Schools Association's Student Athlete Advisory Council. And rounding out the offensive team is our kicker, Cannon Carilla from the Richmond Hill Wildcats. He is also a senior. So there you have it, our offense. We'll be back with more of our 2025 912 Sports Football Awards Show. Thanks for watching right here on 912 Sports.
For generations now, Walker Jones has been your home for professional-grade GMC vehicles. For more than that, we take pride in taking care of you like friends and neighbors should, just like I always have.
GMC, we are professional grade. Walker Jones GMC, Memorial Drive in Waycross, and online at walkerjonesgmc.com, your official GMC dealer in Waycross.
And of course, for the home of the lifetime warranty, that's just how we do business.
Hello, this is Buddy Love, and it's my honor to present the 2025 Player of the Year for both offense and defense, chosen by coaches from 23 schools here in the 912 coverage area. Let's start with the Appling County Pirates. On offense, DeAndre Mims. And on defense, Cameron George. The Bacon County Red Raiders. On offense, Whitman Tyre. And on defense, Theron Moore. The Bradwell Institute Tigers. On offense, Jacoby Paisley. And on defense, Jerome Delaney. The Brantley County Herons. On offense, Caden Hendricks. And on defense, Clark Carter. The Brunswick High Pirates, sponsored by Summit Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery. On offense, Hezzy Kent. And on defense, Braylon Johnson. The Camden County Wildcats, sponsored by Summit Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery. On offense, Will Jackson. And on defense, Xavier Brown. The Charlton County Indians. On offense, Amari Wilson. And on defense, Brandon Woolard. The Clinch County Panthers. On offense, Travian Miller. And on defense, Caius Mingo. The Coffee High Trojans. On offense, KJ DeBruce. And on defense, Kadrien Wooten. The Effingham County Rebels. On offense, Tomafe Roy Quarterman. And on defense, Landon Carter. The Frederica Academy Knights, sponsored by Summit Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery. On offense, Stanton Beverly. And on defense, Gavin Grantham. The Glenn Academy Red Terrors, sponsored by Summit Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery. On offense, Josh Baker. And on defense, Tyree Chisholm. The Jeff Davis Yellow Jackets. On offense, Kobe Hill. And on defense, Latrell Sellers. The Liberty County Panthers. On offense, Elijah Brown. And on defense, Tyrese Alexis. The Long County Blue Tide. On offense, Tyrell Grayson. And on defense, Wesley Williams. The McIntosh Academy Buccaneers, sponsored by Summit Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery. On offense, Ernest McIntosh. And on defense, Javante Cummings. The New Hampstead Phoenix. On offense, Eric Hockman. And on defense, Kamari Smart. The Pierce County Bears, sponsored by Bennett and Johnson Insurance Blackshear. On offense, Javion Williams. And on defense, Chance Williams. The Richmond Hill Wildcats. On offense, Eli Grant. And on defense, Jaylon Deal. The South Effingham Mustangs. On offense, Kyron White. And on defense, Corey Woods. The Statesboro Blue Devils. On offense, Keon Childers. And on defense, Rashad Chavers. The Ware County Gators, sponsored by Miles Odom Funeral Home. On offense, Jamario Rice. And on defense, Seth Cease. The Wayne County Yellow Jackets. On offense, Jarvis Fulmore. And finally, the Defensive Player of the Year for the Wayne County Yellow Jackets, Wyatt Hickox. A big congratulations to all of the 2025 Players of the Year. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for, the Big Six Awards. Shawn and Kevin will announce the winners right after this short break. So, don't leave your seats.
Gibson Animal Clinic is ready to help with your animals. From cats to dogs to horses, we treat them all. Calling us for grooming, bathing, boarding, and more serious things like surgery, dentistry, spay, neuter, immunizations, heartworm prevention, flea control, complete lab testing, radiology, preventive health care. Call us at 285-7678. Open Saturdays for your convenience. Gibson Animal Clinic. Practical solutions with reasonable fees. Russell J. Gibson, DVM.
Gibson Animal Clinic, 108 Riverside Drive, Waycross.
Hablamos español en nuestra clínica.
Welcome back, sports fans. I'm Shawn Smoak, GM of 912 Sports, and it's my honor to start us off here for the Big Six Award. So we're going to jump right into it. First award of the year, Coach of the Year. The Robbie Robertson Ford Coach of the Year is a beloved figure who returned from retirement 2 years ago and is in for his second stint with his current team. A proven winner, he's captured 5 state titles at the school: 2004, 2010, 2015, 2017, and 2018. After guiding his team to the 2025 semifinals, Coach is already building momentum for a deep run in 2026. The Robbie Robertson Ford Coach of the Year is Jim Dickerson, head coach of the Clinch County Panthers. Now on to special teams. Tonight we celebrate a player whose dominance was so complete, his own coach simply called him a weapon. This athlete turned the often overlooked phase of special teams into a decisive advantage, consistently controlling field position and frustrating opponents. As a punter, his performance was historic. He only allowed one punt return for positive yardage all season, resulting in an average return of negative 3.4 yards. He forced 4 muff punts, launched 3 punts of over 50 yards, and masterfully pinned opponents deep with 9 punts down inside the 20-yard line. Coupled with his consistency in placement and touchbacks on kickoff, this player's leg was the most valuable asset for any close game. This year's recipient was so talented, he would have been named the Region Special Teams Player of the Year, but he was already named First Team All-Region for his play at linebacker. The 912 Sports Special Teams Player of the Year is Cannon Carilla of the Richmond Hill Wildcats. Finally, my last award of the night is going to be the Gibson Animal Clinic Defensive Player of the Year. This player whose season was defined by total dominance and game-changing plays. This individual didn't just play defense, he defined it. In a demanding 14-game season, our Defensive Player of the Year was a true lockdown defensive back, allowing a stunningly low 5 completions all season long. But his impact extended far beyond coverage. He was a ruthless playmaker, racking up 8 interceptions, 7 pass breakups, and 58 tackles, 4 for loss. His hands was magnetic, leading to 4 fumbled recoveries, including an incredible strip sack return for a score. All told, he found the end zone an unbelievable 3 times on defense and even secured a crucial victory over Brooks County with a game-saving kick block. This player was without question the most valuable defender on the field. The Gibson Animal Clinic Defensive Player of the Year is Fred Causey of the Clinch County Panthers. Stick around, we'll be right back with Kevin Price and the rest of our Big Six awards.
High schoolers, did you know that you can get a head start on your college career and save money at the same time through dual enrollment at Coastal Pines Technical College? Dual enrollment is open to high school juniors and seniors, tuition free. Talk to your high school counselor or visit coastalpines.edu for more information. Coastal Pines Technical College, an equal opportunity institution. Go Coastal.
Hello, once again, I'm Kevin Price, lead writer and podcast host for 912 Sports. It is now my honor to finish up our Big Six awards with our final 3 awards of the night. We'll start with our Offensive Player of the Year. The Prime South Bank Offensive Player of the Year is a standout running back for his team, which is a perennial power here in Southeast Georgia. A 5'11", 185-pound junior, he rushed for 1,735 yards and 23 touchdowns this season. With 183 carries for the year, he averaged 9.5 yards per carry. This fall, he played a key role in leading his team to the Region 3 AA Championship as his team went a perfect 4-0 in league play. He also led his team to the second round of the Class AA state playoffs, which ended with a loss to Hapeville Charter, which did play for the state championship this week. Following the season, he was named the Region 3 AA Player of the Year. The Prime South Bank Offensive Player of the Year is Jaden Knight of the Appleton County Pirates. Now for our Scholar Athlete. The Coastal Pines Technical College Scholar Athlete is a do-it-all player for his team. A senior this fall, he hardly left the field on Friday nights, starring on offense, defense, and special teams. As a receiver, he finished with 54 catches for 1,001 yards and also 11 touchdowns. He averaged 18.5 yards per reception. As a free safety on defense, he intercepted 6 passes, had 7 pass breakups, and made 32 tackles. He was just targeted 4 times and gave up only 1 catch for 8 yards. On special teams, he had 322 return yards, helping him finish with 1,227 all-purpose yards. He helped his team to a playoff berth in Class A Division I. After the season, he was voted All-Region as a wide receiver. He is also a standout basketball and baseball player for his school. Of course, he stands out in the academic arena as well. While excelling in sports, he maintains a perfect 4.0 grade point average. The Coastal Pines Technical College Scholar Athlete is Santiago Bazell of the Bacon County Red Raiders. Now for our MVP. The Walker Jones MVP is a record-setting quarterback for his team. A 3-year starter, the senior signal caller led his team to back-to-back region championships as a junior and a senior, consecutive city championships, and also 3 straight second-round appearances in the Class 5A state playoffs. He leaves his school as the career leader for passing yards and touchdowns. This season, he threw for a school single-season record 29 touchdowns while finishing with 2,639 passing yards. He was recently voted the Region 1-5A Player of the Year. His honors this season also include a Coastal Pines Technical College Player of the Week award from us right here at 912 Sports and the Glenn County Sports Hall of Fame Player of the Game in this year's city championship meeting with rival Glenn Academy. In that game, our MVP led his team to a come from behind win while going 14 of 18 through the air for 336 yards and 4 touchdowns. As a standout pitcher, infielder, and outfielder for his school's baseball team, he is drawing interest from colleges for football, and he is considering a walk-on offer from Georgia Tech. The Walker Jones MVP is Grant Moore of the Brunswick High School Pirates. So congratulations again to all of our winners of the Big Six Awards. We'll be back with more here as we wrap it all up on 912 Sports.
It makes sense Prime South Bank would have a great mobile app. Nobody is as mobile as our customers. For a century, they've chased dreams, followed their hearts, took the road less taken, made a new path, taken leaps of faith. At Prime South, offering the latest digital banking, secure pay apps, and new online lending is part of a mobile tradition that goes way back. Life is mobile. So is Prime South. Find your Prime. Member FDIC.
For generations now, Walker Jones has been your home for professional-grade GMC vehicles. For more than that, we take pride in taking care of you like friends and neighbors should, just like I always have.
GMC, we are professional grade. Walker Jones GMC, Memorial Drive in Waycross, and online at walkerjonesgmc.com, your official GMC dealer in Waycross.
And of course, for the home of a lifetime warranty, that's just how we do business.
Thanks for watching the 2025 912 Sports Football Award Show. Kevin, another great season of high school football here in the 912. We didn't have anyone play for a state title, but still a great 2025 season nonetheless.
No question about it. Again, a lot of hardware given out tonight, a lot of deserving kids and coaches honored. Hopefully everybody has enjoyed the show. And it's kind of sad to see high school football go away, but of course we'll continue to follow football throughout the coming months as we get ready for 2026. And of course, still a lot of good high school action going to happen here in 912, and hopefully everybody will continue to follow us and all that action right here around Southeast Georgia.
Exactly. Kevin, again, another great season, but kind of what stuck out for you in 2025? I kind of know what you're going to say, so go right into it.
Well, Shawn, I kind of hate to be Debbie Downer, and, obviously it is Christmas time, and usually this is something positive, and I will eventually get to that, but it goes without saying, I guess the thing that's going to stick out in my mind the most is something that happened right here at the end, exactly. And that's the on-field altercation between Brunswick High and Gainesville at Glenn County Stadium that night of the second-round game in the state 5A playoffs. And not just the brawl itself, Shawn, but everything that happened unfolded after that. And not to go through everything piece by piece and detail by detail, but it was sort of a long, drawn-out thing, and it's kind of taken place something every week since that occurred. I mean, right away, that same very next week, you had Gainesville appealing all the suspensions of right at 39, 40 players. They didn't like the way that went with the Georgia High School Association, got back only a handful of players out of that. They appeal. They take the GHSA to court. Basically. They win that appeal and got all their players back. And the GHS said, basically, no, hold on here. Exactly. We're going to appeal that. And so that postponed that quarterfinal game between them and Langston Hughes. Also put the rest of the playoffs on the line, or postponed all the playoffs there in 5A for a little bit. But that very next weekend, basically the GHSA relented. They decided that they wouldn't go forward with their appeal, largely because they saw where that was going to take forever and a day, maybe even next football season before that was decided. But then also they realized that they had ruled quite differently between that altercation and one that happened early in the season elsewhere. So basically the 5A playoffs got put back on. And then things just kind of unraveled from there still, though, Shawn. Gainesville obviously won in the quarterfinals and also won in the semifinals, played for the state championship this week. Then something happened on Brunswick's end, really right up all the way until this show this past week. On Monday, Garrett Grady was announced as the Region 1 5A Player of the Year. On Tuesday, Coach of the Year. Yeah, Coach of the Year, I'm sorry. On Tuesday, he resigned from BHS. Really, a lot of people thought that might have to do with the fight, but that was probably only a small part of it. This is something that I think that Coach Grady was thinking about even before that. And then obviously that happened on top of it. Didn't know where he was going at that time. But then on Wednesday, lo and behold, Brunswick and Glenn County Schools appealed their part of the GHSA's decision because Gainesville got all their players back. So they win that appeal. Brunswick's going to have all their players back for next year except for a few. And then, of course, got the postseason ban lifted. Then on Thursday, guess what? Gainesville did win in the semifinals. And then on Friday, it was announced that Coach Grady was going to Coffee, another perennial power here in Southeast Georgia. We had kind of speculated as to where, he would land somewhere, stay in the coaching business. We just couldn't say where. We knew that was probably where it was from everything we knew. So something's happened every day in relation to that deal. And, of course, now Brunswick looking for a new head football coach. We'll see where that goes, and we'll see what else kind of evolves around that as well.
Yeah, and I think the coaching changes, you still got Wayne looking for a coach. You still got, Brunswick's now looking for a coach. Bradwell's looking for a coach. Camden's already replaced their coach and already rehired somebody. So a lot of coaching changes this year that really I wasn't sure that we were going to see, but, we did. So, but, and Kevin, I'm just kind of backtracking my mind. I don't remember GHSA ever suspending a playoff game. I think this was the first time. Maybe incorrect about that, but I know in the time that I've been doing this, they have never suspended playoff games like they did with this Brunswick, Gainesville altercation. So I'm glad that cooler heads prevailed. They did allow those games to get played. Everybody's going to play their championship this week in Atlanta, which is what should happen. And then, I don't know if you got a chance to see it, but one of the games I was watching, they had Scott on, which is the head of the GHSA, and he basically said, look, we've got to do a better job of applying our rules. We did not apply the same rules to the Brunswick-Gainesville game altercation like we did earlier in the season, and that's on us. So at least GHSA saw the error of the ways. I think they're doing what they can to correct it, and then we'll see what they do, going forward. But kudos to those guys for allowing these kids to play, because in the end, Kevin, it's got to be about the kids.
No question, and you do need a state champion if you can, and I think they realize that. And Shawn, like I say, if we can spin this into a positive, hopefully a lot of positives will come out of a negative situation.
Exactly.
You talked about maybe the GHSA improving their bylaws. Maybe the teams can go back and look at their procedures and their methods and make sure maybe stuff like this doesn't happen again. Again, remind their kids of the importance of staying on the sidelines, on the bench area, whatever the case may be. Hopefully things are going to work out for Gainesville in the long run. Same thing for Brunswick in the long run. And just hopefully out of a negative situation, hopefully a lot of positives will take place in high school football here in Southeast Georgia and really around the state and really athletics around the state because of this incident, and GHSA having to maybe hone things in and be more consistent on their part will improve and get better over time.
Right, and I've already seen some positives. So like I said, kudos to the GHSA. But hope everybody's enjoyed the show. We appreciate everybody watching tonight. Please share the link with your family and friends to watch the show on demand at 912sports.net. Tonight's show would not have been possible without our valued sponsors. And once again, we'd like to thank Coastal Pines Technical College, Gibson Animal Clinic, Prime South Bank, Robbie Robertson Ford, Kim Smoak, licensed realtor with eXp Realty, and Walker Jones. In addition, I want to thank the staff of 912 Sports for another incredible year. Kevin Price, Robbie Ross, Kevin Thomas, Evan Smoak, and Jeff Coppin. You guys are the best in the business, and I appreciate everything you guys do for 912 Sports. So that's going to wrap it up for the show tonight. But football season is over, but don't forget it's 365 days a year, and we'll be covering it right here on 912sports.net. So keep up with us. We'll also be broadcasting basketball for Glenn and Brunswick and Frederica and Ware County basketball games this winter. And then don't forget in the spring, we'll be doing our Golden Isles baseball and Gator baseball on 912sports.net. So you can check that out on the website as we do our live broadcast for both of those seasons. Thanks for watching the 2025 912 Sports Football Awards Show. I'm Shawn Smoak. He's Kevin Price. Until next time, may all your check marks go in the win column.
Play it loud and rev it up. Robbie Robertson's got trucks built for tough.
Make your way to Robbie Robertson Ford in Waycross, where the deals are bigger than ever. Looking for a stylish midsize car, a spacious SUV, or a truck that performs at work and play? Robbie Robertson wants your vehicle and is paying top dollar. Now is the time to buy. Fords are cheaper in the swamp.
This has been a presentation of 912 Sports.